Before watching this video, I want to inform you that there are spoilers in it. Take care. Hello. With you is Find Out Movie Recap. Let's get started. In 1933 New York City, at the height of the Great Depression, after a joyous performance, vaudeville actress Ann Darrow returns to work in the morning to find the theater closed. Her stage partner Manny tells her to try out for a part in a play she had been eyeing, only for her to find that it had already been cast. The producer sent her to a burlesque theater out of pity, while elsewhere, director Denham sits with another group of bored producers before pitching to them the idea of following a map he had received to an uncharted island to film there instead. However, they are less than thrilled at the prospect of wasting more money on him, and agree to scrap the picture for stock footage. Unwilling to see his art go to waste, Denham grabs his assistant Preston and makes preparations to leave immediately for Skull Island. Preston then informs them that their lead actress had pulled out of the film, and Denham leaves to find a new girl. While examining posters outside a burlesque theater, he spies Darrow reflected in the glass door, and goes after her when she turns away. Anne then tries to steal an apple only to be caught and have Denham buy her out of it before taking her to dinner to propose that she join him. She is interested but declines before learning that Driscoll is writing the screenplay, and accompanies Denham to the docks where the Venture is waiting. There, Preston informs him that police are coming to arrest them. Denham then bribes Captain Englehorn to start getting the ship ready to cast off. The director then went to see the writer Jack Driscoll, who handed in an incomplete script. Denham then stalled to get him to stay on board as the ship pulled out of the harbor right when the police arrived. As the ship makes its way out, Driscoll settles in and gets to know Anne over the course of filming. However, when the crew learns that they are not headed for Singapore as they had been led to believe, Benjamin Hayes, Lumpy, and Jimmy warn him not to try to find Skull Island based on accounts from a mad castaway from 7 years before. That night, Jack shows Anne a stage comedy he had started writing, and the two share a passionate kiss before Englehorn receives a telegraph and begins to turn the ship around. Denham barges in to try to stop them, but Englehorn refuses and prepares to divert to Rangoon as the telegraph had ordered to turn Denham over to the authorities. However, with their navigational equipment malfunctioning, the entire crew begins to see that they are entering a thick fog. The ship is quickly scuttled on a hidden carving, and Denham spots the giant wall, knowing he had reached his destination. In the morning, Denham takes his crew to the coast, and they discover an abandoned city, which turns out to be home to a civilization living in the ruins. Things quickly turn hostile and they lose 2 men before Englehorn and the sailors arrive with guns to save them. Englehorn then orders the crew to lighten the ship and throw everything overboard, and Jack wakes up after being clubbed in the head on the island. He discovers the necklace of the man who had struck him and goes to find Anne, only to find dead sailors and a ransacked cabin. He quickly informs Englehorn that she had been taken, and the captain quickly sends the crew ashore to rescue her. On the island, Anne is forcibly dragged to a sacrificial chamber by the natives. By the time the crew arrived, Anne had already been lowered over the other side of the wall, where chants and drums attracted the beast god Kong, who grabs her and takes her into the jungle as the sailors arrive. They enter the jungle, and after hearing Anne scream, they arrive at a boneyard, where they find a path of destruction left from the ape's journey, and begin to follow the trail. After trekking through the swampy jungle, the group takes a 5-minute rest in a narrow valley, where a pack of Tyrannosaurus spooks a herd of grazing Brontosaurus, who begin to stampede toward the rescue party. Most of the party manages to escape being trampled or eaten, and climb a steep ledge before continuing the journey. Elsewhere, Anne attempted to escape Kong while he stopped for a rest, but he quickly found her and was enraged until she began to perform her vaudeville routine to his apparent amusement. However, when she refuses to continue performing, Kong becomes confused and angry, but leaves her there. The remaining sailors come to a log bridging a deep crevice, and Hayes goes across before ordering them all back to the other side before Kong emerges from the tunnel at the other side before killing him. He then shakes the sailors off the log and into the pit below as Ann hears the gunshots and runs toward them only to come face to face with a Phaetodon that is quickly eaten by a Vastatosaurus rex. The Saurian gives chase, and just when she thinks she has escaped only to be faced with its mother. She screams, and Kong comes to rescue her. He wrestles with the two beasts, only for a third to enter the fray. He is able to smash the youngest's head with a rock before wrestling the other two over a cliff, where they become entangled in vines. There he manages to kill one, but falls to the valley floor where he has a bloody battle with the last one remaining before taking Ann and moving on. Jack awakes at the bottom of the pit and barely has time to check for other survivors before the monstrous bugs begin to make their move. Most of the sailors die, including Lumpy, who is eaten by Carnictus trying to defend Choi's body. However, when they find themselves cornered by encroaching arachnoclaws. However, Englehorn and Baxter return and rescue them. Jack alone ventures on, while Denham convinces Englehorn to try and capture Kong. He arrives at the beast's lair under cover of night, and finds Ann asleep in Kong's hand. As he tries to rescue her, the god awakes and furiously tries to smash Jack, but is distracted by a horde of Pteropus mordax long enough for the humans to escape. When they arrive at the gate, they discover the drawbridge is up, and they cannot cross. With Kong quickly catching up to them, Preston lowers the bridge against Denham's orders and the two are able to get to safety, with Kong pounding on the massive gates behind them. When the ape breaks through, Englehorn gives the order for the attack to commence. The sailors drag him down with grappling hooks and break a bottle of chloroform gas under his face. Ann protests the attack, and Englehorn tells Jack to take her away, but when the beast sees her leaving, he breaks free of the netting and gives chase. He reaches the rocky coast as the crew is starting to row away, and he smashes one of them when Jimmy shoots at him, causing Englehorn to shoot his leg with a harpoon, allowing Carl to smash a chloroform bottle on his face before vowing to bring him to Broadway as Kong, the eighth wonder of the world. After returning to New York, Jack and Ann lose contact, and Kong is put up on Broadway. Jack goes to find her at the Alhambra Theater where Kong is playing but finds another actress playing her role. However, an overconfident Denham allowing flash photography to further distress Kong in the wake of discovering the fake Darrow causes him to break free of his bonds. On seeing Driscoll in the crowd, Kong immediately begins to chase him down. He finally smashes the cab and roars in triumph before Ann walks up to him, and the two enjoy a moment of peace in Central Park before the military forces him out. He leaps over the rooftops before finding the Empire State Building and beginning to climb up. At the base of the mooring mast, the two admire the rising sun before 6 biplanes arrive, and Kong climbs to the very top, where he is shot at and swipes at the planes while Ann tries to climb up to get to him. Kong saves her life again by catching her when a ladder pulls away from the building. He sets her in the observation deck, and she climbs up to him, and they share a short moment together before Kong takes a row of bullets in the back and touches her face before falling dead from the top of the tower before Jack arrives to comfort her. Down on the street, photographers swarm around Kong's body, with one proclaiming that the airplanes had killed him. Denham then breaks the crowd to proclaim that Beauty killed the beast. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos of this kind. See you on the internet. Bye.